Bishop comes out to a3, and black is thinking for a while. Let's see what's the response. Black takes out the bishop to f5 and a3 attacking the bishop. So bishop can eliminate the knight. Okay, so b4 attacking the bishop, and now we can expect the bishop to go back to c7. Okay, so let's push c5 on the board. It eliminates and we eliminate back, having a queen and open file. We will take back from the rook, having an open file, and bishop goes back over here to c7. So knight comes out to d4, attacking the bishop, eventually leading to win a minor piece. So we can expect black not to. Okay, so black takes the bishop back, and in this position, rook comes to d2, or we can double up the rooks. Let's see how black responds in this position. Black is thinking for a while. Okay, so in this position, it is black's turn. Black plays bishop to e5, bishop at the center are very strong, so that's a better option. And bishop comes to e5. Uh, Bishop comes to c4 on the board. Let's see what's the response. We played bishop to c4, and we can expect a trade. Let's see what's the response. This is black's turn. Black is now thinking for a while. So black can try playing rook over here and can pressurize the knight, or he can try to first of all take it and I eliminate it, then he can place rook. So he placed the knight over here, or he can take it. Okay, so in this position, let's place the rook to e1 on the board. For if it takes, then we can eliminate back from the rook. Let's see what's the response. And it is now thinking. Okay, so bishop eliminates, king comes to h1. Now knight cannot eliminate actually, because if it eliminates, then we can eliminate back and the bishop will be under attack. Okay, so king comes to h1, and now black is thinking for a while. Let's see how black responds. Okay, so in this position, bishop can go back over e5 or back to c7. Any of the variations are better. Let's see what happens. Okay, so black chooses to play bishop to e5, and in this position, knight goes back to e2. Let's see what's the response. And now this is black's turn. Black is thinking. Let's see how black responds. We can expect to play h6, or even to develop the knight, since no knight development is taking place. That knight is lying there for a long time. So let's see what's the response. Okay, so after a trade, it can eliminate back. Let's see how it responds. Now black is thinking. We can once again expect for knight development as the best, since it will be creating a rook connection also. So that's a better option. Okay, so bishop goes back to f6, as you can see. So in this position, knight comes to f4, and in this position, playing x6 would be a blunder, since we can eliminate this bishop. Playing x6, and then we can eliminate the bishop for free. So we can expect black not to play x6, since excess will be a blunder. Let's see what the response. Black is thinking, having 6 minutes on the clock. Once again, knight development that can happen. Else we can look for bishop to take this. Okay, so a6 on the board, and in this position, hmm, so in this position, let's take this knight back to f3, and knight goes back to f3. We can take this knight over here. Oh, so hmm, knight f3. Rook comes to e2. Bishop can take this, and we eliminate back. Now black is thinking. We can expect knight development once again. Okay, bishop comes. So knight comes over here, attacking the bishop. And now the bishop is under attack. Hmm. Playing bishop over here will be a safer option. Okay, so it takes back. And let's select this. Since we are attacking this pawn with the bishop and the knight. Okay, so check on the board, attacking the bishop. And let's select this. King eliminates back. Rook comes to f1, controlling this important file. Since we can tackle out these two pawns, what we can do is play knight over here, attacking this pawn. So knight comes to e6, and we know what we have to do. So black, let's see what black responds with. Black is having 4 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. We can expect this rook to come out. Yeah, king comes over here for making a open space for rook. We eliminate this. We can expect check on the board, or the best move comes rook over here attacking this, protecting the pawn at the same time. So in this position, uh, rook comes to f4. Let's see what's the response. We can play the rook over here, creating a attack towards the knight. Let's see what is the response over here. And now the black is thinking, having 4 minutes 15 seconds on the clock. So rook comes to g8 on the board. Rook to e4. If it takes, we can also eliminate back. Let's see what's the response over here. So it eliminates. We will eliminate back. We will check on the board. And the king. Let's see. King can go to front. Oh, okay, so king comes to f6 on the board. And we have to take the rook back for protecting this. We have protected the rook. So this is the response over here. King comes to f5. Rook comes to f4, giving check on the board. And now let's see where the king goes. g4, we can push it further. Okay, so g5 on the board. Check once again. King comes over here. Hmm. So in this position, let's take the king to g2. a4 on the board, creating side moves. Check on the board. b5. So a5 on the board, king comes over here. Hmm. Check on the board. This black can push the pawn forward. Okay. So king f3. king e4, king t3 on the board. Okay, so check on the board, and king comes to c2, creating opposition. Now this pawn is already protected. We can expect to black to push the pawn forward, since that will be a better option. At least black will be trying to make out the queen. So c3, and now rook comes to d5. Now we can expect this rook to come over here. Okay. So since this rook is protecting, we can expect this rook to stay over there only, protecting these 2 pawns at the same time. And in this position, black can play king over here, attacking the rook. So the rook will be under attack. Okay, so this was not a very nice option. Black lost the pawn, and king p1. Checks on the board. Okay, so let's take the rook back to g8. Oh, checkmate missed. This is the second game with black pieces. e4 on the board, c6, beginning with the Kalkan defense. d5, attack towards the center. Let's eliminate the pawn, attacking the knight. Knight goes back to h2, and we take out the knight to f6. So here we take the pawn. Bishop eliminates, and e6 for making out the bishop. Bishop comes to e7. We can also castle, maintaining the king's safety. Let's castle. Now this is white's turn. Okay, so knight comes to e5. Bishop comes to d6, attacking this knight. So we can expect the knight to go back. Okay, f4. Queen check on the board. And king comes over here. Knight comes to d7, trading off active piece for passive. Let's see what's the response over here. So knight comes over here, attacking the bishop and the queen. And we will take the queen back. Okay, now there is a trap. If I eliminate, bishop check on the board. Bishop check on the board. That's the problem. So g6. Let's see what's the response. Okay, and we will eliminate back. Now white turn. White is thinking for a while. White can take out this knight or the bishop. Both are better move. Now white is a minor piece up, and let's see what's the response over here. Queen comes out to f3, and let's take the knight towards the center. Knight at the center, and we can take this knight over here, attacking the bishop. Let's see what's the response over here. Now white is thinking for a while. White is having a better position. Queen can come over here, and then setting up the trap that many of the players do. Or he can play b3 and then bishop over here, controlling this diagonal. Let's see what's the response over here. Hmm. Okay, so in this position, we can expect the knight to jump out and bishop to come over here. First of all, this is white's turn. Let's see what white plays over here. Hmm. Once again, white is thinking, having 7 minutes 27 seconds. He can create attacks like this, playing c4, attacking the knight. That will be pawn move, attacking this knight as well. So these will be major attacks towards the pieces. Okay. So now it is thinking. Hmm. Alright. In this position, I guess white has lost the connection. Alright. Now white is wasting the time, I guess. Okay. So in this position, maybe I played something else that white is shocked about. Hmm. Okay, so white has disconnected. Hmm. So white has been disconnected for about 4 minutes. Okay, so e4 on the board and comes e5. Knight comes out to f3, attacking the center. So bishop comes out to c4, beginning with Italian game. d3, adding a strong defender to the pawn. c3, we can put a castle. Okay, so we will castle. Now black plays x6. We play x3, blocking the knight to jump out. So side moves, a4 on the board, knight goes back. Okay, so in this position, queen comes out to b3. Let's see what's the response. Okay, d6 and bishop comes to d5. Bishop at the center. What we can do in this position is playing. Okay, so knight comes to g5. Let's take this. Bishop eliminates, we eliminate back, and it eliminates back. So rook comes to d1. We can develop this knight over here. That's the main importance. Bishop comes and g3, preventing the checkmate. So queen can come over here. Then we can develop the knight. Right. So we can expect, okay, so h5, king x2 attacking the bishop. Now bishop can go back somewhere. Let's see where it goes. Bishop g4, rook e1 on the board, h4, and queen comes to c2. Now you can expect queen check over here. So hmm, black has got a better strategy. Let's see what's the response over here. So queen h5 check, queen over here can check. Okay, so and now you can accept. Knight comes out to a3. King g4. Hmm. Let's see what's the response. Now I guess no more attacks. Or maybe black can try to attack. So black is now thinking for a while. Rook comes to b8. Bishop comes to c4 attacking this. And now the queen is under attack. This pawn is protected by the rook. So queen comes to d2. Rook comes to e2. Then okay, queen goes back to x6 on the board. And now in this position, rook comes to g1. Let's see what's the response over here. So black is thinking for a while. Knight goes back. Okay. We will develop. We can play rook over here and can take the control of this important pile. Now black is thinking. Let's see what black responds with. Rook comes to x2. Okay, so once again queen checks. We will eliminate this. It eliminates back. And we can expect these checks as well. Bishop goes back. King f2. Rook comes to x3. Let's see what's the response. Okay, so queen check on the board. Bishop is gone. King comes to f1. We can expect this. Yeah. Threatening the mate in 1. Okay, so this is the reply f6. So let's resign. Okay. C6. A5 on the board, attacking towards the center. Knight c3. Okay. So let's take this pawn. Knight eliminates, then let's take out the knight. Okay, so bishop comes out to g4. Let's eliminate this. Bishop can eliminate back, or maybe if white is thinking for that only. Yeah. So e6. Let's take out the bishop to e7. Knight comes out to d7. Let's castle, maintain king safety. Okay, so x6 blocking the bishop to come over here. Knight goes back. Obviously, that's not a good response. Knight comes towards the center. Okay, so hmm, let's take this knight to b6. Okay, now some side moves also. Let's eliminate this. Knight once again at the center. Attacking this bishop, the main importance. Okay, so f6. Bishop goes back. And let's eliminate this. Now this pawn is under attack. So queen comes over here. Let's see how it responds. Hmm. Queen comes over here. Okay. So king comes to f7. No. We can. Okay. So queen comes to e4. I expected bishop to come over here and then give checks. Okay. Queen comes e4. f5 blocking this. And now. Okay. So queen trade. Let's eliminate this. Accepting the trade. And now comes g5 on the board. Let's see what's the response over here. Hmm. Now it is thinking for a while. So rook comes to d1 and let's start pushing the pawns towards the king. They will be attacking. Okay, so it is alright. This is their plan. a3. So g4 we can play 4 and then push this. We can push this pawn further. Hmm. So doubling up of rooks and extreme attacking the bishop. Now the bishop are under attack. So this bishop goes back. Well, in this position, uh, let's take the bishop to h4. And now it is thinking, although I am having little time. Well, king comes to g6 on the board. Okay, so c4, p5 on the board. And now, one, okay, now white is thinking. Hmm. Uh, yeah, this is the reply of p3. Okay. Yeah, let's eliminate this, but if bishop eliminates, then this is attacking. Hmm. King goes over here. Bishop comes back. Now let's see what's the response. Okay, so rook comes to b8, attacking this, offering a trade. Okay, so let's eliminate this. King comes to f8, removing the pin. And now it can remove this. Okay, let's eliminate. c5 attacking this pawn. So let's eliminate this. Both the pawns are under attack. Okay, so in this position, let's eliminate the pawn. Okay, so returning this game. Alright. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me or the challenges are around. Hmm. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for coming to my live stream.